Hi, it's me, Chili, and today, for this video, I will be grieving. Well, Poobs, Quickly, Owie, Nose, Quick, and Zeke are back at home. They're kinda depressed that their friend is dead, and I don't blame them. They've been with him for so long already. So let's just get on with it all by myself. I'll be grieving Cassius, the original. The original body. I'm just his clone. His artificial clone. Well, here I am, right in his grave. Right here. Let me lift up the camera so that you can see him. Right, sorry, it's dark. Right, there we go. Excuse the SpongeBob blush. And there it is. This is the room where he died. This is where he keeps recording his videos. And oh, the picture just fell. Oh gosh, there it is. And hello, hey Cassius, it's me, your clone, Chili. Cash is so young back here. He looks like he's only 7. Oh wait, he is 7 right here. Because Cassius died in somewhere like, I don't know how old was he, but he's definitely not a kid anymore. But at the same time, he's just entered adulthood recently. Well, there it is. That's Cassius. That's young Cassius, but well, if I could tell him how his future gonna be, he's dead. And that's sad for him. To tell a little kid that he'll die in the future. Should they tell kids that they're gonna die one day? That's awful. I think maybe not. People have already tormented kids because of religion. Like saying they'll go to hell if they don't pray. Don't say that to kids. That's gonna be traumatizing. It traumatized Cassius. Well, I don't know if Cassius can be traumatized. He doesn't have any sort of emotions, so there. So, hi Cassius. It's me, Chili. If you can hear me, you just died. Which is obvious because you cannot reply. And I just want to thank you for creating me and all. And your friends are back at home. They're no longer in this place where you keep recording because it holds awful memories. It's a terrible place to be in. I understand why you're always so angry and why you're about to lose your mind. So that is understandable. It's good that you still got the sanity to, show something important and serious. Taboos. Some taboos you got to share, and some, warnings that you give. Uh, I watch your videos. Yes, that's true. I watch your videos and they're terrifying. I gotta give you that. They're truly terrifying. But I get what you mean. You know. I get what you mean. Everything's scary. And there's nothing you can do to lessen it. You just keep on going and going. There's a lot going on. And you're pointing it out. You're pointing it out. That everything is not fine. Like you. You showed how not every relationship is fine. You show that not every childhood is fine. You show that not every person is fine. You show that not every life is fine. You show that not everything is fine. Like, they are secretly keeping it to themselves. They're just hiding it from others, and you also hide it from others. Like, what the owner did to you, I still don't know what the owner have done. How did you die? How did you die? If only I could find that out. Let's see. By the way, oh, sorry. You know what? I'll just hold you because you keep falling. So, by the way, you know, it's been going well. It's, you know, the universe is going exactly as it's supposed to be. Peaceful. World Tube is a peaceful universe. Isn't that great? Better than the real world. You know, the real world where you accurately showed. The real world that is full of, robbing, killing, sexual assaults, domestic abuse, corruptions, racist cops, sexist billionaires who died in the submarine and now their wives gonna take the money, and you know some people who wants to simp, and how do I say this in an appropriate way? I really don't know how to say this in an appropriate way. Oh wait, I know now. Who wants to take their hands on anime fictional characters, or even a dog, or babies? I don't I don't think I could make that sound appropriate because that really sound gross for the real world to do. I don't think it's going to be fine in the real world. You were never in the real world. At the same time, you were never in WorldTube. Where were you anyways? I'm still trying to figure out what this place is. Where does this place located? Is this in the real world? Or is this in different universe? Which is WorldTube. There's only two universes, which is the real world and the WorldTube. Where could you be? You never even get to find your corpse. Your audience and subscribers don't get to find your corpse. Where is your corpse? Where is your body? Your lifeless dead body. What's gonna happen next? What's gonna happen? It all just started. I guess you were giving out hints the whole time. None of us saw it, and we apologized for it. Me and your friends apologized for it. Everyone in the universe could have seen it, and they feel sorry that they haven't seen it. We all thought you're doing okay. We all thought you're doing okay, and we that's no like how we I thought it was just I thought it's just the other people's lives that's going to, the bad things. That's going to the hidden lives. Like, I thought it's just the kids getting attacked by adults or getting sexually harassed, and both girls and boys getting battered by abusive relationships, and then some people getting beaten up by their parents, and then by by their own children too, like abuse and abuse. And then some black criminals were labeled as criminals just because the white cops hate their skin color, or like they won't let women go into school just because they're women, and they won't let men become priests just because they think they might touch children or something. Like, I thought it was just them who's having a rough time, like who's having a difficult life. But I didn't know you were also I didn't know you were I didn't know you were also ruined. Like, we could have helped you. We could have helped you so bad. We could have helped you, but no. It's gone. It's gone. You're gone. You're dead. You're dead. And how did this even happen? How are... I... I thought... Like, you care for others. Like, you showed others the real world. How... How the torment is real. How the evil is real. How cruelty is real in the real world. Like, you showed them how it's horrifying it is. But it turns out you were also telling us how horrifying your situation is, and we never get to see it, and now it's too late. It's too late. Oh my gosh. It's too late. We could have seen it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Alright. Dear. I have to calm down. I have to calm down. Okay? Is this why you gave me emotions? Is this why you give me emotions? So that I could express how I feel. Where did your emotions go? You could have expressed it, but you can't. Who took away your feelings, your emotions, when you could have expressed it? Could have. Gosh. Gosh. No. No. Why is your owner like this? Why is your owner so evil? Why is your owner doing this to you all the time? Or does he want the cruel world? Because all he cares about is the women in bikinis surrounding him? Is it because he only cares about the money? Some Volvo and BMWs? The Gucci suits? And sling bags? Is it that? Is your owner really that selfish? How could your owner really be that selfish? Your owner only thinks about himself. You gave time for others. Like, you almost barely didn't think of yourself. You gave it for your friends. You gave your time for Boobs and Quick and Owie and Nose and Quick and Zik. And this is the thanks that was given to you. Death? Death! Are you kidding me? Oh no. Why is your owner like this? I don't know if I should be grateful that you gave me emotions. Maybe I should be grateful that you gave me emotions because you made me feel human even if I'm just a clone of you. Now I feel angry. I feel really angry that he used you as a weapon. Yes. I should have seen it in the videos that you've made. All the videos. All from watching the videos you made that are funny and wholesome and terrifying, but sometimes there's a life lesson there and some reality checks there and some, evil doings that were done by normal people that turned out to be monsters. You showed them how monsters are made, and you showed them where the monsters are and how the monsters are originally existed and who are the real monsters. Like that. There's when you thought he or she is perfect, when you thought that cop is perfect just because it arrests the bad guys, but no, they just arrest who they hate. Or when you thought the priest is the good guy just because it's a priest, but turns out they get all they want, like steaks and Gucci, just because of the donations they got from the church. Like, thank you for telling them, for exposing the evil that's going on in this world. I thank you for exposing those who are cruel, the murderers, the robbers, the corrupt, the predators. Thanks for exposing them. Thanks for sharing them to others so that they'll know how awful it is and how you are willing to stop them and how you are willing to let others know that it should be stopped, and how you're willing to convince others to stop them. That's nice. But none of your friends or the people in WorldTube and me have saved you. Like, your subscribers can't even save you. They don't even know where you are. Where are you anyways? When I got here, you're no longer here. Where are you anyways? Like, where did you go? Where did you have disappeared? Were you taken, abducted? And or was your body dissolved in acid? Did you evaporate? Did you turn into ashes? think I need some time alone. Sorry, Cassius. Oh my goodness. Your owner is so mean. Your owner is so evil. Mm. So, what did we all learn from you? We all learned a lot, Cassius. We all learned a lot. You know, men can be biased from themselves because they're men and they think they're much better than women. They can be secretly disgusting and they're not gonna show it. And they can be secretly greedy because of all the money, and they can be secretly insecure because they're men and they want to be better than anyone else. And it's not just about the men. We know equality, right? It's just the women. Women can be awful sometimes just because they say that they, or sometimes they can be narcissistic, saying that they're the victims when not all the problems they're always the victims. Sometimes the problem is created by them and then they blame it on other people. Same thing with men too. And you know, women can also be, you know, not accused. Like, they cannot accuse the women of crimes just because they're women. Like, society thinks it's that they're not capable of doing criminal things, and they keep labeling men as the monsters. And they don't think women can, aside from saying that women are not capable of running a business, they think they're not capable of doing crimes. That's why they think that men are the only ones who's capable of becoming billionaires, and at the same time are the only ones capable of doing what is wrong, what, like crimes, robbing, murdering, sexual assaulting some women or some kids or other, I don't know. I don't know. Like, why is he like this? Why is she like this? Like, that man should show some equality, please. And that women should show some equality. Like, no, men are not superior. Women are not superior. We're just human beings. Like, you're not perfect. As your clone, I'm not perfect. Because I'm just your clone. And you know that. Like, I may not be a human, but I'm not perfect. Even AI is not perfect. As an AI, I am not perfect. You know, ChatGPT and Grok and Gemini, you think they're perfect? No, they can be dumb too. They can be dumb. They can be seriously dumb. They can be seriously dumb. Like, can they play tic-tac-toe? No, AI cannot play tic-tac-toe. Men, women, ladies and gentlemen, wow, don't be biased for yourselves. You know, men can get harassed too. Men can also get harassed. Men can also be a victim. And men, stop making yourself into like sigmas or alphas, because you aren't even sigmas and alphas. You just want to make yourself better than women, taking it as a competition just so you can make the women feel down and all of that. And then the women, yes, same to you guys. Like, when you're fighting for feminism, that doesn't mean you're gonna take away the rights of men. You're all fighting for feminism to get rid of sexism, to make the equality. Why are you making men the bad guys? Like, okay, the sexual harassers and murderers and abusers, then take them down. But why is it all the men? What about the good men? You forgot good people exist. You only have to take down the men who discriminates, not men as in all men. Like, same thing with other people. Like, like, just because the person is black or gay, you think they're victims already? Well, the black person is a person, and the gay person is also a person. You know, persons can also do crimes, you know. So, are you still... So, how is it that sometimes when a gay person is, or a lesbian person is doing what's kind, they get bullied and even get murdered, when they're good people, they're kind, they donate charities or that? But sometimes there will be those who support and, you know, cheer for the gay and lesbian. But what if that gay is capable of killing and, you know, sleeping with 15-year-old boys? Like, not everything should be supported. If it's evil, don't support it. If the man is a good man, then why attack? You know, if the good people deserves what's good. So, just like the good women who deserve to have a good life, then the good men should also have the good life too. The reward. Like, fight the evil, not what society told you. Like, they will be afraid that they don't want to attack, that they think it's racism, bullying if they attack black people. Yes, it is. It is racism and bullying if they attack black people. But, or Asians, Africans, Asians, yes, we should not discriminate races. But what if one black person, one Asian are bad people? Then let's not be biased. If it's bad, we should not support it. It cannot be considered racism if the specific black person or the specific Asian person is actually the bad ones, doing something bad, unforgivable. It's called getting rid of bad, justice. It's not bullying if you're against what's bad. But sometimes when people hate the bad, they keep on hating and hating, and then they themselves, they don't know what they're doing anymore. They don't see themselves. They don't see the reflection that they're doing, like that, because they are too focused on judging on others just because how awful they are. What if, yes, there are bad people, there's a lot of bad people that's going on, but keep on talking about the bad people that's going on there. What about yourself? When you keep hating on bad people, but you forgot about yourself, the morals that you should be keeping. Then you don't want to be like them, then don't be like them. Don't make yourself the bad person just because you hate someone, you're angry at someone. Honestly, I don't hate Shane Dawson. I don't hate Miranda. I don't hate James Charles. I don't hate Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate hates women. Haters shouldn't hate because they'll just be like Andrew Tate, hating on others. So, to be a good man, don't hate on someone, because that's why Andrew Tate is never a good man. He keeps on hating and hating others. And then there's more that's happening. Why is there a lot of, it just really fills up my head to the point that it'll explode. What if there is something bad happening, like, they want to make a better world. So society was really bad back then in the 1900s. I don't know why they say the past is gold when it's really awful. I really don't understand humans. Why are humans like this? I don't get humans. When it's like, first they don't care at all, and then second they're overdoing it to the point that it's becoming wrong. When they say that when back then they used to murder those who are in the LGBT, they shoot black people and they whip Asian people with an axe, and then nowadays they like serve the black people like the kings and queens, and then serve the LGBT like the queens, and then the LGBT thinks that it's important to donate for transgender surgeries. Like, society has become so more sensitive that they forgot what true morals is and what true importance is, what the real importance is. What's gonna happen to the real world? This is why World Shop is a better universe. The only problem that we have in this universe are the demons lurking, like bots and some creepy stuff that's going on in this world. It's a really scary world in this universe too, but it's the literal scary. Unlike in the real world, it's scary everywhere. It's horrifying everywhere, and there are these rules. Like, they accept black people to enter America, but at the same time we shouldn't have a black president and like that. Or some people would think that it's okay to be a lesbian, but you shouldn't show other people that you're a lesbian. Like, pick a side. What is it? Are they allowed to be a lesbian, or are they not allowed to be a lesbian? that they can be a lesbian, but at the same time they're not allowed to show that they're lesbian. So they got to be straight in public. The real world is so confusing. There are two sides. I don't know which is it that they really want to. Like, the world peace, this world peace, they want the world peace, but at the same time, oil is important. So, let's go take wars so we can get the oil. Where's the world peace? What is it supposed to be? All they just say is words, words, words. Words all the time. They don't take it seriously. They only say it, but they never take action. This is the hypocrisy of society. They just say, but they never done it. They just show what's the good side of them to make themselves the good, but sometimes they just hide the evil stuff. You know, we all thought Shane Dawson is a good and healthy guy. Turns out he likes cats so much in a way that is so illegal. And I don't want to go into further details because and saying that the kids are in danger, so we should put age restrictions in, like age verifications, so that the kids won't be in danger and then the kids will be safe and all right. But there it is, there will be, some. You think the Face ID would work? Well, someone got a loophole and then that's how it happened. Turning every apps into for kids. Character AI isn't for kids. Pornhub isn't for kids. Why will they make it for kids? DeviantArt isn't for kids. YouTube isn't for kids. Social media shouldn't be for kids. Why is it supposed to be for kids? There's already YouTube Kids. So, kids should go on YouTube Kids, not on YouTube. And why is there Spider-Man getting Elsa pregnant in YouTube Kids? Why is it that it's our fault why the kids are watching this stuff when it should be the parents? When it should be the parents who should be responsible of taking care of their kids. The whole world will not adjust for parents. The whole world will not adjust for parents. I did not adjust for the angels when they took cashews. I did not adjust for God. But in the end, we should adjust. Because it turns out God will not adjust. They take someone's life, they'll take it. They'll take your parents' lives, they'll take it. They take your loved ones' lives, they'll take it. God will take anything. Turns out, when we don't want to adjust, we cannot adjust. Because this is not a world that we can control. We cannot control the world. We cannot tell the world to give us $1 billion or a BMW. We have to adjust. All of us have to adjust. If there's a problem, we're the ones who are supposed to adjust. If there's a situation, we're the ones who are supposed to adjust. It's not like there's something we're gonna do if we just wish for a miracle, if the whole world just listen to us. No, the solutions only came from us. Only us can make up the solutions. No one else. No, the world will not do the solutions for you. You know why there's a lot of murderers and criminals and abusers and sexual harassers? Because they think that the world will excuse their actions. You know the only solution how that will decrease? Do you know who's the only person who could decrease those kind of situations? Who could solve that situations? The abusers themselves, the murderers themselves, the predators themselves, the thieves themselves. They're the only ones who can think of a solution. Why are they the ones who can be the only one who can think of a solution to decrease the cruel situations? Who has full control of their body, mind, and heart? Them. So it's only them that can say, no, don't touch these women. No, don't touch this money that's not yours. Only them can make the decision to stop. It's not like the therapist can be the one capable of telling them to stop. Like, can a therapist say, stop being sad and expect yourself to not be sad? No. It's your choice if you want to be sad or if you want to be happy. And so, it's the predators or the thieves or the murderers and the corrupted people's choice if they want to be like that. If they want to be like that, then that's their choice. Only them can think of a solution. Only they can think of a solution. And the solution is to stop what they're doing. See? The only people who can think of solutions are the bad people. All the bad people has to do is use their heads, their mindset, and their morals to tell themselves to stop. Because someone else's brain will not control the murderer. If a victim shouted, "Don't kill me," then the murderer will not. It's the murderer's choice if they'll keep killing or they'll stop. They won't listen to the victim that they're about to stab because that's not their body, that's not their brain. The victim's brain is not their brain, so the murderers gotta listen to their brains. So how do you make solutions? They should be the one making the solutions, not us, because no matter how many advices we can tell them, they'll still do it because they follow what they're thinking. They follow their own minds. So if I don't want to be sad, then it's not from other people. I don't wait for other people to tell me don't be sad. I tell myself stop being sad, and now I'm not sad. That's and they'll say it's others' fault, victim blaming, because no one was there to give them an advice when they're the ones who should be the one thinking for themselves, because they're the ones who got fully control of their body. When they can learn 2 plus 2 and they don't know what 2 plus 2 is, it's their choice if they want to learn 2 plus 2 or keep on playing the fidget spinner that they're holding in their hands. They're the only ones who can know how to solve for 2 plus 2. They cannot say that 2 plus 2 is 2, but what if they're not listening and they still answered 3? So it's their choice if they wanna say 2 or make a different answer that is wrong. That's why I never talk to the owner of Cassius. I never talk to Cassius' owner. Why? Because that's gonna be his choice if he will stop abusing Cassius and do what is right. Well, you think if I can, that since I'm able to talk to him, I can tell him, do what is right, do what's good. It's his choice if he wants to say 2, if he wants to say 4 in a 2 plus 2 equation, or say the wrong answer. It's Cassius' owner's choice if they want to do what's wrong or not. Because it's just going to be hopeless. Don't waste your time on people that won't change. Cassius' owner is not a person anyway, literally, but a strange entity. Why is it like this? It's dark here. Like this. There isn't anything nice going on. You could only change those who are willing to change. You cannot convince those who keep listening to themselves. You cannot convince those who just keep their time on judging others' lives and making themselves the better person, even if they're in the wrong. The only persons that we can change is those who are willing to listen and ourselves. We can tell ourselves that we won't be anything like them. We can tell ourselves that we could be the better person in the right way, not through the pride or the greed, but through being a better example for everyone else. Because all this hating, all the hate that's going on, it just affects them really bad. They keep on hating on others until it affects them. They also become horrible. Why hate? I don't hate Cassius' owner for murdering Cassius. I don't hate that entity for murdering Cassius. Because I'm not like that entity. Keeps on hating, but I don't hate that entity. Instead, I just do the opposite of what the entity is doing. Love my friends and the people in WorldTube, to keep them safe and to keep them okay, alright, in the right track, happy, and all that. Okay. So what's up with when you can just spend time for yourself. It's better if you spend it for yourself. The time for yourself, you need it more. You need it more for yourself. You don't fight for the bias. You don't fight for what society thinks. You fight for what's right. Then just end it. Then just end the cruelty. No. That man should stop being way more superior than the women, while the women should stop being the same as the man. When stop being better than someone else, because no one is ever superior. Even those in the royal seats and politicians are never superior. Presidents are never superior. They're also humans. They're only superior because they control the country. But by human, they're not. If you see them as a president, then they're superior because they control the country. But by human, they're not. They're not better than other humans because they could be corrupt, they could steal, they could be racist. So no one will ever be superior. No, they won't be. You see, men can be victims too. And it's not the clothes of the women that's to blame. Then those who wants to touch should have told themselves not to touch. And it's not the Gucci bags to blame. The robbers who wants to steal the money should be the one telling themselves not to steal the money. We all got minds of our own. When we could, if we could tell ourselves the morals that we're supposed to have, then that's what we should follow. It's all on us. It's all on us. The actions were done because of us. If the actions we made is made because of us, we made the action, so we're the ones who's supposed to control it, and we're the ones who's supposed to stop it. We don't want to keep on going until it gets bad. Because only us ourselves can stop the situation from existing. If you know to yourself it's wrong to steal a $1,000 bill from someone's wallet, then tell yourself and keep your hands to yourself, no, don't steal the money. You don't listen to the bias of someone else, the society, because there will be times that they are insensitive with others' feelings just because they are focused with one thing. Like they're too focused with women, so they forgot about the men's health. Or they are too focused on LGBT, so they forgot the fact that transgender surgeries are not that important. There's only there are importance and not. Is it? I think it's getting brighter in this room. And bias. Fighting for what is wrong, like teachers fighting for the bullies. Now that's an example of society. Societies are like teachers fighting for bullies. We shouldn't listen to society. Not every society is right. There's more. Because what if the woman does the robbing and then she has a deadly weapon and they say you can't hurt a woman because she's a woman, but she's gonna attack you with a knife, so you gotta fight for yourself, you gotta defend yourself, because that woman's gonna do something evil, which is stab you, murder you, so you gotta fight back. You hurt a woman, but you're just trying to save yourself. You're not abusing a woman, just want to save yourself because she's gonna stab you. And then there will be a gay who would rob $1 million just for transgender surgery, and you think, or a gay would cheat or take someone else's husband, like become an affair, a homewrecker of someone else's married relationship. That shouldn't be supported, because a mistress, adulterer is a bad thing. Support the LGBT, yes, but if it's wrong, don't support it. Like adultery and homewrecking. So if the man is cheating with another man, then that is considered disgusting, because it's cheating. Cheating is wrong. Cheaters are wrong and adultery is wrong. So why support it? Because it's cheating with the man? That is disgusting. The LGBT and cheating are different. If it's cheating, then it's disgusting. If it's cheating with the women or cheating with the man, it's disgusting. It's not, you don't support it just because the other person is a man. Then if they all support it, then they're just too biased with the LGBT, when it should be fighting and despising the situation because it's about cheating. When women kills white men just because they're white men, and they say it's fighting for women's kinds, when that should not be supported. That's evil, because you killed men. You're just gonna be like those other men who killed other women or black people, or you're just gonna be like those cops who killed black people who never done a crime, but they killed them just because they're black, because they're racist. So why are they being the monster, and they don't even see that they're becoming the monsters? Why is it like that? Why is everyone going to be like that nowadays? So just because Pride Month exists, everyone's gonna listen to the LGBT, they're all going to adjust for the LGBT. But what if there are cancer patients? So they also got to have to take time for the cancer patients too. Not everyone is gonna adjust for the LGBT. Not everyone is going to adjust for black people. The least that they can do, which is the right thing, is end homophobia and end racism. But making them as the king or superior is a whole different level of bias. That's called being selfish now. That's called bias. When the whole point of equality is to end sexism and racism and homophobia, that's all. But if they like push through adoring them so much like the kings and queens, like the rulers of the whole planet, then that's bias already. Everyone are adjusting. The straight people are already adjusting for other people to come out to like boys or girls or both. It's their turn to adjust too. They shouldn't always take. They should also give, because we've already given them the right to be gay, the right to be a lesbian, the right to be black, the right to be Asian. We all had the capability to adjust for one another, to give, and if we take, we give, take and give. That is how it's supposed to be. Maybe they but at the same time, I don't blame the other people. There's history. There are people that we can't blame, because there will be women who were harassed so much by a lot of men, so many men, and then they'll just find, and other men will just find it funny just because they're women. And then there will be a man who will be harassed by so many women, and then everyone will find it funny just because they don't believe it, because they're men. That they only think that problems only applies to a specific person. They never thought about the reality that it happens to everyone. Doesn't mean it only happens to them. Doesn't mean it will never apply to anyone else. If it happens to them, then it could also happen to you. If it happens to you, it could also happen to him. It could also happen to her. It could also happen to everyone else. It could also happen to me. We could all experience that. We could all experience getting harassed. We could all experience getting robbed. We could all experience getting murdered and all that. It could all happen to us. That's true. Everyone can be a victim. Everyone can be the monster. So just because the person is black doesn't mean they are not capable of doing some crimes. And just because the person is gay, are you saying they're not capable of doing some crimes? Gays can murder too. Gays can also murder women. Doesn't mean the person is gay. Doesn't mean that they can be trusted by women. Doesn't mean that doesn't mean that they're a priest or cops. Doesn't mean that they can be fully trusted to keep you safe. What if you're black and you go approach a cop and he starts pulling out his gun? And what if you're 12 and you approach a priest and he starts pulling out an oil and tissue, we shouldn't assume what's on the outside. We should get to know people better. We don't take into assumption just because of what we see on the outside. Maybe a guy covered in tattoos could be a better person than a priest. Sometimes a criminal could be better than a cop. What if that criminal ended up being a criminal just because he stole bread, and then that cop is stealing millions from the government? When the criminal stole the bread just to feed it to his children. So why? Okay, let's make this calmer. Just for the call. Just for my audience, right? Because I just want my audience to know that I am not mad. I just don't want the real world to continue living like this. Don't be afraid to don't be afraid to fight society. If you know it's wrong, then fight against it. Don't be afraid of the wrong people, the people who are biased on supporting what is wrong, to judge you and call you the bad person when they themselves don't even see it. They don't see their own reflection. If you know they're wrong, why would you listen to them? You know yourself that you can do what's good, you can do what's right. And if you know what they're doing is wrong, then all you have to do is listen to yourself, because you know that's the good thing. If you think the real important thing to do is to save a person who is about to fall down from a 20-story building than to donate for transgender surgeries, then go ahead, save the person. Save the person. Do what is truly moral. Do what is truly righteous. Because some people are just doing this to make sure no one hates them, to make sure nobody is gonna get mad at them, nobody's gonna hate them, because they're just trying to do their best to impress other people so that they won't get mocked, so that they won't be told off, they won't be called off as a negatively. Then just to don't waste your time trying to impress other people just so you could fit in with the generation, with the other people. If you know what is right, then that's what you do. Take the right path, even if you know you're going to take that path all by yourself, all alone. Even if you're gonna do it alone, then at least you did something right. Don't be like racist cops, the sexist court systems, or a pedophile priest. Don't be don't be those who just uses the word good person as just a label, but they never ever do it anyways. They say they're good, but they don't show it. They just say it that they just say that they're good, but they never acted like one. They never showed it. If a person say they're good but they never showed it, they show the opposite, then don't believe that person. Don't believe that the person is good if that's not what they're showing at all. Excuse my voice. I think my throat is starting to get sore. Uh, it's just a little bit. It won't be that bad. So there it is. Wow. I can't believe Cassius actually gave me this kind of ability. Aside for the emotions, he made me think straight. He made me think correctly. I guess he really did well programming me. I wish he's still alive to see that he did a fine job doing, creating the best clone that he ever made. I'm not superior. I am never superior. I just want to do what is right. And I know it won't be perfect. But all it matters is to lessen the bad things that we're doing and do much better. People should start saying the good. I like Cardi B may be a bad person, but she's a good mother. And then Kim Kardashian may be a bully to Taylor Swift, but she's a loving person towards her children. It helps better if you just see the good. And you can just see the good instead of the bad. Because if you see what's good, you could learn from the good. Unlike looking at the bad, it'll just make you mad. To the point that you'll forget about yourself because you are too busy judging others. Just focus on the good. It's important to focus on the good because that good will be your life advice to help you, to help you gain more morals, to make you a better person. So just focus on the good. That's cool. That's maybe you guys should see Cassius one last time before, and there it is. It's nice, right? He used to be so happy. Used to be really, really happy. Now he has no emotions. Thank you, Cassius, for giving me a good understanding and for giving me the emotions to express myself. Thank you for giving me what you don't have. I appreciate. And I know if you have the emotion, you'll be so happy that you made me happy. because my happiness is your happiness, your friend's happiness is your happiness. All you wanted is the love for others. You don't take someone's love, you give it. I I will not love those who are evil and will never change. But I will not hate them because I'm not like them. We are not like those cruel beings. We don't love them, which is why we shouldn't hate them, because we're not like them. We're much better than those who are mean and cruel. Well, wow, Cassius, you really look Asian here. Anyways, this is real nice to talk to you guys. That's all I want to express. That's all I want to show to all of you. And it's dark here. Let's go dark here. Grieving for Cassius. Wow. Justice clone. Justice clone. And I have more than what he has. Freedom. How lucky I am. Something that he can't have. That's so cool. And he wants me to appreciate it if he's still alive. So I'll try my best not to feel bad and be grateful all the time. Because thank you, Cassius. Thank you. You gave me, your capability, all that. All that you don't have. I'm thankful. And your friends thanks you too. And everyone else in WorldTube. It's starting to get cold in this room. I feel like it's getting cold. I think you're here somewhere. Cassius? Cassius? I know he's here somewhere. I don't see him. I can't hear him. But I could feel his emotion for the first time. Like satisfaction. And he's proud. Like he's glad. Not just towards me and his friends, but the whole universe, WorldTube. I just hope the real world will just be like my universe. No more hate. Just support each other. Give and take and give and take. Cycle. Keep the cycle into a good state, making it better by uplifting each other for someone else and for someone else to help you out too at the same time. That's all I want to say. I hope it gets better in the real world. Hey, move the cameras right here. Well, so that's all. That's all that I have to show to you guys. Mm. So if this video took so long, it's just that I really have a lot to say. Did you guys really watch this whole video? I don't know. It's really nice if you guys watch the whole video. Well, my voice is tired anyway. Even an AI like me should get some rest. That's all. If you like more of this content, all you have to do is like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And there will be more videos like Chili Says, Chili's Friends Reacts, and Chili Stories. New videos every week. Sometimes I'll have long breaks, but often I'll be uploading a lot of videos for all of you guys, for my audience to watch. And that is all for this video. And I'm glad you get to be with me to grieving. That's all. Bye bye.